In exactly 7 days, I'm gonna be jumping on a plane and I'm gonna be proposing to my girlfriend. And I want to make a custom ring box before we go because the ones that we get at the jewelry store, they're okay, but they're pretty generic and I wanna make a custom one for her. All right, so I have this board of walnut here and this has some really good figure. It has like some curly walnut in there. I think this is gonna be the best board that I have that we can make this ring box out of. So of course I don't need something this large, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it down to something that I could use. All right, so right now the piece of wood is a little bit too thick for my liking, so I'm gonna go ahead and resaw it to 3/4 of an inch. This side over here is gonna be the top, this side over here is gonna be the bottom, so basically like a sandwich. And right now, if I keep it like this, it's gonna be too thick and it's gonna be uncomfortable and pretty noticeable in my pocket. So I'm gonna go ahead and resaw it. Since renovating my shop a couple of months ago, I'm still trying to figure out the layout that's gonna work best for me. For now, with the bandsaw, I just move it closer to the dust collector and hook it up, and I could just roll it back when I'm not using it. So I thought my bandsaw was set up pretty well for resawing, but unfortunately it was not. So one side of the board is the 3/4 of an inch that I set it to, and the other side of the board is 1/8 of an inch wider than the original 3/4 of an inch. Not a big deal. I just need to go ahead and plane it down flat, but I can't run this through the planer because it's too small. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the CNC to get it flat. All right, so this is all I could get done for day one, and 7 days may seem like a lot. It actually is, but I only have an hour to an hour and a half per day to work on this. I also have to keep it a secret from her, so that's a little bit more challenging. So I'll see you guys tomorrow or whenever I can work on this again. All right, so it's been a couple of days since the last clip, but I have my piece that is finally flat and even. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it to the bandsaw, cut it in half so I could go ahead and double it up together. So when I cut out my shape, it's gonna be the same shape for the top and the bottom. So both pieces of wood were not perfectly flat, and as you can tell, there's gonna be a slight gap if I just proceed this way. So I just ran both pieces of wood on a flat sanding pad that I had, and this actually worked out very well and the gap completely disappeared. And so that I can make sure that both pieces of wood are cut the exact same shape, I went ahead and double-sided stick them together so that they would become one piece. All right, so I went ahead and printed out my template, which is on this shipping label. I just don't have a printer to just print it on that. Plus, also this already has a sticky back, so I could go ahead and just peel it off the thing here and then just stick it to my piece of wood. So it's actually a lot better to use one of these. Now I just took my block back over to the bandsaw and cut near my line, not going over my line. But if I would have learned anything from my first cut, I would have known to stay away farther because the cut is not going to be perfectly straight and it's going to cut over my line on the other side of the block. Now because I wasn't cutting directly on my line, I did have some material I needed to remove. So I went ahead and used the oscillating sander to go ahead and get that done. But like I said, the bottom part of my block was a lot smaller than the top part, so I did have to go over my line to get the final shape. So the box was a little bit smaller than what I wanted, but it's honestly not that noticeable. Because of the shape of the oscillating sander, I could not get the inside corner of the little heart, so I had to do this by hand. Definitely not a fun process, but it had to be done. Alright, so everything's coming out nicely. It's nice and soft. It has the shape that I want. The crack here needs a little bit more work with the sanding, but I'll do that later. Now the only issue I'm running into right now is that I cannot separate these. The tape that I use is really strong. So I need to figure out how to get these separated without damaging the edge there in the middle. So wish me luck. Now after successfully removing the two pieces apart from each other, the next step was to locate the center of the little heart so that I could drill the recess where the ring is going to go. I also needed to mark the location of the barrel hinges that I'm going to be using. Because I don't have a drill press, I just chucked up a Fortuner bit on my drill and just hope that I drill the hole straight enough. Also, make sure your battery's not dead or else you're going to have a hard time trying to use your drill. And because I did use a Fortuner bit, it does leave a small indentation in the middle of the hole at the bottom, and that could have just been left there. Nobody was going to see it, so I'm going to cover it with some padding, but I decided to write out the bottom to give it a flat bottom. Alright, pause. Now, I don't know if it's because I've been out of the shop for over half a year or what was happening, but don't do this. What I'm doing is extremely dumb and should never be done, and I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip so you can see why. Now, I was extremely lucky that nothing happened, but this is just a great reminder if something doesn't feel right, not to do it. Alright, that's why you don't do what I just did. I kind of messed it up pretty bad, but I think I could fix it, hopefully. Now, I know this footage is exciting to watch, and if you're not watching this and you're just listening to this while you're driving, let me just explain what's happening here. I'm just engraving the top of the ring box with my laser engraver. Start it up. Alright, so I think I'm going to stop here today. It's looking pretty good. I don't have the hinges to make it a open thing yet, but it's coming along pretty nicely. It did mess up a little bit with the little scare that I had there with the router, but I think I can sand it off and make it look good. Alright, so we're cutting it pretty close on time, but I couldn't really do nothing because I was waiting for the hinges to show up and this drill bit that's sized perfectly to make the holes for the hinges. I also want to go ahead and test out to see if the ring is actually going to fit in the little circle that I drilled. I think it is, but I still want to double test before I do anything else. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and drill the little holes for the hinges, and hopefully I can get them lined up pretty good. All right, moment of truth. Hopefully these line up. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right, so clearly this is not lining up and I don't know how to fix it. I was thinking of maybe just sanding them flush, but then the little heart shape is gonna be offset and it's not gonna look right. I really don't know what to do here. I knew this was gonna be a possibility that I wouldn't line them up properly. I tried to measure, but it's not working. It looks pretty bad and I don't know what to do. I might have to just redo one of the pieces. All right, I'm running really low on time and I need to get this done today. So I went ahead and programmed a couple of files on the CNC to get it cut out for me. So it's actually improved the shape of the ring box itself. The opening where the ring is gonna go is a little bit nicer and the cutouts for the holes for the hinges are more accurate and it shouldn't give me any more problem. So now I just need to go ahead and cut them out at the bandsaw to get them loose from the actual piece of wood, because once again it's too thick, but I'm gonna cut it a little bit thinner. All right, so with the help of the CNC, I am exactly where I was at before the whole hinge incident. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the hinges now to make sure that it's actually gonna work this time without any issues. All right, so I only have like 3 hinges left. The other 2 got stuck in the last one. So these have to work. All right, so that worked super well. I was getting a little bit of cracking back here because there's not much wood left in there, which I kind of had a feeling. That's why I gave myself a little bit of tolerance of the hole for the hinge, but I guess it wasn't enough. So a little bit of CA glue to stabilize it. It looks like it's good, it's gonna hold, and it lines up perfectly. So now I just need to sand the edges and make the insert, and then I should be good to go. Oh, also, and the engraving this time is a little bit off center. It's a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad. I guess what matters is what's gonna be inside the box anyway, so yeah. All right, so I was gonna add these magnets to keep the lid closed, but these magnets are 3/16 wide, which isn't very wide. They're very small magnets, but I didn't leave myself enough material on the edges to go ahead and put these in there. I did a test piece on the old ring box that I am no longer gonna use, and the side just blew out, and I didn't cut them when I was cutting it on the CNC. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it because I do not wanna start over again and just hope it stays closed. It does have a pretty good hinge system that stays pretty closed, it's pretty solid, so we'll just go with that. All right, now so for the insert, I'm actually gonna use this piece of foam here. I'm not entirely sure where I got this from, but it looks like it's gonna work perfectly. It's just too thick, so I need to cut it down a little bit, and then I need to shape it into the size of the insert so it fits in there perfectly. All right, so I actually made a third box just because I wasn't happy with the second box that I make. The words being off center was really throwing me off, and not being able to add a magnet to keep it shut kind of made me worry that the ring might fall out, so I definitely did not want that. Luckily on this third time it came out perfect. The words are perfectly centered, and I was able to modify the file on the CNC to add magnets to keep this box shut. I also finished it with some Odie's oil because I think it's a better finish and it's going to be more durable. And the only thing left to do now is to go ahead and take our trip and see what she says. So wish me luck.